Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're all welcome to the day 7 Variety Summit. Today, we shall be looking at persuasive copywriting that attract readers and buyers with Anthony Akpan. A.A. Anthony hails from Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. He's a young, vibrant fellow who believes true success can be achieved by anyone who strives for it, right? He holds a bachelor's degree in philosophy and a professional is currently a professional diploma student in the prestigious Metropolitan School of Business and Management, UK, where he is studying business management and strategic planning. He is also a master e-creator and actively engages in mentoring students in the art of screenwriting, copywriting, writing, self-publishing, and he is also the CEO and founder of Abidak Arts, where he is also a writer, screenwriter, copywriter, academic writer, a director, and an actor. Today, we shall be having him as our facilitator. So give it up for Anthony. Good evening, Anthony.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yes,
You
thank
can
you
take
very
over. I'm
much.
handing the mic over to you.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I trust you can hear me. If you can hear me, let me hear you. Let me see your comment below. I hope you can hear me. All right, you're welcome to this evening's episode. Today we'll be talking on copywriting that sells. We are going to be taking, first, we'll have to know what is copywriting and who is a copywriter. And then we'll take what can be copyrighted. The next thing we'll be taking is the types of copywriting. Advertising and copywriting will be our main focus for today. As you can see, the topic is persuasive. Thank you. Thank you. You can hear me. That's good. The next, after making exhaustive analysis on persuasive copywriting and advertising that attracts readers and buyers, we'll look at the 6 primary emotions that are needed for copywriters to excel. And then we'll come to know the messages these emotions send to us and the gifts you should offer. What should be your feedback to those emotions? Next, we'll look at 2 approaches to copywriting and the copywriting formula. And that will be that for the theoretical part of tonight. We then go into the practical part of it. For the practical steps, we'll be applying the copywriting formula. We'll look at the tips for copywriting. Welcome, Lawrence. Evening. For the tips, TIPS, meaning T stands for tempt, I stands for influence, P stands for persuade, and S stands for sell. After that, you learn how to close your deal, how you can close your deal. And then you apply the 4 R's of copywriting, which are repeat. You repeat what you have said to them over and over again, repetition first. Then you remind, you reassure, and you relieve them. And you can be sure to have your buyers at your beck and call. That is our outline for today. Quite exhaustive, isn't it? All right, first, what is copywriting? Copywriting is the act or occupation of selling behind any particular work. You write text to persuade people to buy a particular product or services. You write text in order to advertise a product. Product, what you are writing is what is called a copy. That written document that you are writing with the sole intent to advertise or to sell a product or services is known as copy. If you don't call it copy, you can call it sales copy. It is a written context that aims to increase brand, the awareness, and to take a particular action. Can I take that again? Now, what is a copy? It is a written material, contrary to what you see on billboards, the photographs, videos, and the rest. This is just exclusively written material, just words. And the content is aimed at getting customers. There are 3 different kinds of people in view here. Take note of them. As a copywriter, you need to know the difference between a customer, a prospect, and a reader. When we talk transactions and relationships, once you're dealing with a customer, it means there has been an existing relationship and there has been a transaction prior to that very one. So this person has become your customer. But most often, we intertwine these to even address our first contact as customers. Quite all right. How sure are you they will buy your products? You're already calling them customers. You see, over here in Nigeria, when we go to Onitsha to buy goods, or you go to Aba, Kano, and other places, just the international markets, you hear people saying customer, customer. Oh, you're not yet a customer until you begin to buy, until you've established a relationship, and there has been a transaction. Then next, we look at a prospect. Who is a prospect? A prospect is yet to be your customer. You need more of connection. Now, as a copywriter, you are focusing on prospects. You want to see how you can get these prospects to become your customers. And how can you get them? Through getting them to be your readers. Third part. Who is a reader? Is someone who only hears you, sees you, or knows you through your works, your written works. This is made possible by using words to do the selling. You get your words to do your selling for you. You get your words to sell your products. Little wonder, copywriters are known as the sales behind the printer. As a copywriter, you are the number one salesman behind a product, behind a service, behind goods. Now, that what can be copyrighted? Many things can be copyrighted. So many things can be copyrighted, beginning from your work, your intellectual work, like your books, your products. You can also have your services. You can have your song, your brand can be copyrighted, and a lot more. I mean, let me say, for example, like those of us in the movie industry, I might have a particular tune that I use exclusively for my movie, or if I'm into comedy as well, I have a particular tune and haven't gotten a brand for that. I have copyrighted it. And so whoever uses it without my permission is liable to be sued. I can sue such person. Some time ago, years back, the family of late Michael Jackson had to sue a company for using his brand, for using his logo without their permission. And I bet you they paid huge amounts. So once you have an idea, you have a book, you have a product, materials, fabric, maybe you are into tailoring, you have a particular design, and then you carve a name to place there. That is your brand. You can copyright it. Look at the Dorsey and Gabbana. That is a brand. It can be copyrighted. I sing song. I might decide to copyright that particular sound, that particular instrument. You can call it the lyric, the melody. The production can be copyrighted. So you have all these things. There are steps to get about copywriting your products and your services. And the benefits are enormous. The benefits are much in the sense that, one, your work cannot just be used at random without your permission. Two, you get to be sure that you are covered, you're authentic, and you're unique to your services. You gain the confidence, the patronage, and the trust of your customers, of your clients. Of your writing officer. Thank you very much. We're back. Now we go into the types of copywriting. We have so many types of copywriting, beginning from marketing copywriting. For marketing copywriting, it is the type of copywriting that people are most familiar with. You can get your marketing done in anything you see and hear that is promotional in nature. Example, you can talk about radio commercials. You can talk about online display ads, YouTube videos, TV commercials, flyers, billboards, branded stickers. Even you can copyright with direct mails. You can directly mail a company to sell a product, targeted audience. It has come in form of a paid advertisement. As a copywriter, you can be contracted to make adverts for traditional marketing assets. They can be sales-driven pieces of content that have an obvious goal trying to sell. The next type of copywriting is the social media copywriting. I'll just skim through these ones while we dwell on advertising and persuasive copywriting. So for social media copywriting, it is based strictly on research. You can tailor the voice and tone of your social media copywriting to speak to your audience effectively, with passion, with emotion, and you'll be sure you will get them. There are different social media platforms you can use to communicate with your audience. Make sure you do enough research to find out where your customers are spending their time. It will surely help you. Now, when you're writing on social media, your copy will involve a few distinct elements because you have different audience. And let me give you a few tips on the different copywriting that you can get on social media. First, you can use emojis. Emojis are widely used and are accepted. For example, let's say a particular comedy house wants you to copyright for them. First, use an emoji that says, something funny, some sort of funny, emoji. Like I saw one that one did, and it's something funny that once you see, you laugh. The other one who said, laughter is my melody. Next way you can copyright is an informal tune and is more accepted. This makes you original to some persons, those who love the colloquial language. Another one is that your copy is usually paired with a visual component. You may be writing for paid ads, paid advertisements across several platforms. Your ad will redirect to your website. And when I mean the website, I mean your landing page directly. Please, in doing that, keep your copy brief. Another one is the brand copywriting. As a brand copywriter, you are communicating what your brand represents, and it is a big part of gaining recognition in your industry and connecting with customers. You can do that through writing with specific image of your brand in mind. It can come in the form of a logo, theme song, phrase, or brand personality trait like I explained earlier on. If you can hear me, please let me see you give a thumb up. Just type at the comment box, I can hear you. I'm trying to position my lighting very well so you can see me clearly. Can you see me?
Of course.
All right,
Anthony, I
we'll
can
continue.
see you. Okay, Lawrence is following. I can see a thumbs up over there. While the others are sending in their comments, you can just proceed.
All right, thank you very much, Mrs. Maureen, Miss Maureen. All right, thank you, Francisca.
Francisca, I can hear you.
All right,
You're
thank
welcome,
you.
Anthony.
All right, thank you. The next type of copywriting we'll be looking at is the direct response copywriting. And coming to direct response copywriting, it is the type of communication that is compelling enough for the customer to take action. Here you're talking to the person one-on-one. You make sure that you engage your prospects in a conversation. You have a targeted audience. You have discovered who your audience truly is or are. And then you send in your copywriting, your written document directly, asking to know their concerns. This direct copywriting can be used in landing pages after clicking on an ad. It can be used on open-ended emails, on pop-ups, and limited time offer explanations. Now, moving over to the next one, the technical copywriting. Technical copywriting is a piece of copy that aims to explain technology while selling a product. Yes. Example, you might have the part Mary's Crucial with their brand logo. And you discover that once you see this logo, you already know that this belongs to this person. So repeatedly sending this logo to persons. Maybe you can send a kind of tip. Oh, so person used this and he did this. Discover at times you see footballers after scoring a particular goal, it will show that they took Pepsi, and it was Pepsi who gave them the ability, the agility to score that goal. With that, ballers would want to drink Pepsi with the intent that this is what will help them gain the agility, the strength and stamina to the point of scoring a goal. Product, as a copywriter, you must first explain what that product is, how it works, and why you think your prospects, or if you like, your customers, should buy it instead of many other products in the market. You have to justify your claims. Once the customer understands your product, they are able to decide whether to buy it or not. The next type of copywriting is the public relations copywriting. I will be rushing this one over. Copyright, this can be found on sites, on different sites, and the audience for a press release is specific. Mostly used for journalists, entrepreneurs looking to invest, and business owners doing research. You have the thought leadership copywriting that comes in many forms, but is usually it comes in many forms, but usually it allows you to make sure that you a kind of work on the psychology of your prospects. You are able to get them into seeing you as their leader, as their mentor. And so whatever you sell to them, they are able to believe that, yes, this is the best thing. And please be sure that you know what you are giving out, because you are not just selling a product, you're also selling your identity, your integrity, and your dignity. Now, thought leadership copywriting, for example, better explained in the sense that if a top healthcare executive came out with an article recommending the public to adopt a new type of personal care practice, you discover that that particular article will be known as thought leadership copywriting. Why? Because our leader says, oh, the president says that this is this. Oh, the leader of my church says that this is this. The leader of my group says this. The chairman says this. In logic, we call that argumentum ad baculum, argumentum ad verecundiam, pleading to authority. Because it is an authority who is saying this, therefore it will be right. And truly, just like I am speaking now, this is my profession, this is my field. I am experienced in this, and so I am able to teach. And I can assure you, can be you be rest assured that what you're getting is first-hand information. Another one is the SEO copywriting. The SEO copywriting involves optimizing copies using keywords and phrases for search engines. By SEO, we mean search engine optimization. And phrases for search engines to more easily discover the copy and list it as the top result. For example, if you are marketing your books, your products on Amazon will ask you for keywords, at times up to 7 keywords. They are automatically helping you in copywriting, the SEO copywriting. So you should be mindful the kind of keywords you put in there. Psychologically, think of what easy words will people search for on Google Space. For example, if I'm writing on the easy steps to copywriting, I will use words like best copywriting technique. I will use who is a copywriter. I will use lucrative copywriting. These are all SEO copywriting words that I use as keywords so that even without having a notion of my book, you've not heard of my book before, just thinking of being a copywriter, once you type in copywriting or how to be a copywriting, my book will be among the lists, the top results to come up, and then you see it. In that way, I have marketed that book to you. And if I am marketing for people, I have a whole lot of skills which I'm going to translate to you. Now, that is that for the types of copywriting. Even though we have the email copywriting, we have so many of them. We'll go straight into advertising and persuasive copywriting. Now, by advertising and persuasive copywriting, we're talking about psychology. Strictly two major approaches. First is the psychology of influence. We cannot talk about the advertising, copywriting, and persuasive copywriting without making allusion to the 6 primary emotions. What are those emotions? Any idea? Without wasting your time. The first is happiness. First emotion you notice in your clients is a happy mood. They're excited in the market. They want to get this product. They want to get these services. They're excited. The next one is sadness. You see that if they're not happy, then they are sad. Why do I even need this? I have a whole lot of this at home. I have these challenges. I have bills to pay. I have this and that to do. Why must I still buy this product? Why is this child disturbing me? Must I still buy this? That is when you're able to communicate. Once you're able to spot the emotion, you know the kind of copywriting technique to use. The next type of emotion is fear. Some of your clients are driven by fear. They are fear-stricken. Fear of getting a fake product. Fear of getting a product that is not legitimate enough. Fear of getting a product that will not serve them well for a long period of time. It is your work as a copywriter to satisfy their fears. The next type of type is anger. I bet you some of your prospects can be so annoyed at your products, and may seeing it, they're angry. Imagine one who is sad, maybe one who lost a family member and is out in the market to buy maybe materials for the burial, and you're coming up to sell comedy kits. You're coming up to sell Google, maybe your spec and whatever. Such customer can be so angry, so mad at you. So you should be able to spot out the audience. Or you imagine one who is already angry that a particular driver or conductor is delaying his or her time at the motor park, and yet You want to copyright. You are bringing your goods direct face to face now to sell, to market, to advertise. Or maybe was browsing something online while getting angry that the conductor is already wasting his time, or the wife at home, the children, whoever had angered him or her, and then your copywriting kit comes up. What do you do? The first tone, the first feedback you get should be able to tell you the emotion this person is. The next one is disgust. Your customers could be so disgusted. And then the last one is surprise. Now we'll take them one after the other. Happiness, sadness, fear, anger, disgust, and surprise. Now, each of them has a message to you. And then there is a corresponding feedback you are to give. So first, what do we do? For happiness means that when your customer is happy or your prospect is happy, the message sent to you is that, not bad at all. Let's hear from you. Whatever you have to say, no problem. At least if it's not good, I will tell you, I can, no problem. And at that point, entertain them. Whatever you are giving to them is an entertainment to them. That is a gift you should give. They are very happy. So give them the entertainment. Your copywriting should be more of entertainment, not persuasion yet. The next one is sadness. When they are sad, it means they need attention. The message sent to you is, this person, this client, this audience needs attention. And at that point, what should you give? Give connectedness. Let them feel that connection. Show that sympathy, that passion. Are you feeling depressed? Are you tired of trying over and over again? Are you tired of using this product and it does not give you what you want? Wow, congratulations. You have gotten the solution. With that, the audience is keen to listening. What is that solution? This person knows my fears. This person knows that what is saddening me. The next one is fear. If your customer is stricken, is fear stricken, the first message you receive from that person is interest. That person is interested. You need to gain the person's interest. You need to make that person interested in what you're doing. If not, whatever you're doing, fear will not let him or her accept whatever product you're selling out. And at that point, what do you give? You give value. How do you give this value? By giving assurance, by giving evidence. Make sure you don't go there to tell efforts. Make sure you don't go there to tell how much you have tried several times. They are not interested. They are not interested in all those things. The next one is anger. When your customer is angry, the first thing that you should sense from there is they need conviction. Yes, strong conviction is what is needed. And at that point, what do you give to the person? Recognition. Let the person know that, oh, I recognize your anger. I am aware of your anger. And your anger is justified. No. You have every right to be angry. If I were in your shoes, I'll be more angry. But come to think of it, the way you're angry, don't you think it should have been done this way or it should have been done this way? Communicate. Effective communication matters most at this point. Otherwise, it can spoil things for you. Another one is disgust. Oh my gosh, this guy's so disgusting. It's so annoying. I disgust this. At that point, what do? Take action. That is what is needed. Once they are disgusted, they need action. They don't need words anymore. Now, when that is needed, what do? Give them satisfaction, satisfy their curiosity. And once you give them, how do you give them the satisfaction? By taking action. Bring out that product. He said, this is it. And that is a point. You even give what is called testing. Say, madam, sir, test run this. You see, most companies now, most online companies, they give free trials because they've noticed that now many people are disgusted by scammers. They are disgusted by frauds here and there. So they give you free trial to first of all see what is offered by their company or whoever they are copywriting for. By the time you test run it, by the time you go into that free trial period, you're overwhelmed, you're captivated by what you get. And before you know it, they tell you your free trial has ended. Now subscribe. And you'll be heels above head to subscribe. And with that, we go into the next point, which is the two approaches to copywriting and then your copywriting formula. Now, what are the two approaches? Like I said, first is the psychology of influence, and the second is the psychological impact of your own style or tone of voice. You understand that when you are communicating to a person, even in your daily conversation, first thing you get is a person's emotion in view. You call a child, Junior, come here. Yes, uncle. Yes, sir. He smiles and comes to you. You know that child is happy. And you can send him or her on an errand. You call, Junior, come over. Yes, uncle. Yes, sir. It delays to respond. You discover at that point that child is not really happy. Something bothers that child. So as a good elder, you first find out what is wrong with the child. Get connected. Be moved with empathy, if not sympathy at least, to know what is wrong. And with that, you get the child's interest to serve you better. Same is applicable to your clients, anywhere, anytime. And then for the psychological impact of your style and tone of voice, this refers you are able to communicate. It refers to how you discover that you might finish writing a very wonderful copywriting material, so to say, only to discover that it does not hit the market, it does not sell. Worse still, if you were having a face-to-face conversation that should have even been better and much easier, yet people turn you down. Why? At times, your tone of voice matters. Your tone of voice could be scary.
Hello, Anthony. Can you hear me? We have a little bit of technical challenge there. Can you bear with us while our facilitator checks his connection? A gentle reminder to all of us, all participants are encouraged to grant permission to StreamYard so that we can see your name on the comment section when you make your comment for proper interaction. And we are also reminded to tell our friends about the summit. Registration is still ongoing. Encourage your friends to join the summit, as well as a reminder to all affiliates that you get a percentage for every referral you make to the summit. Anthony, are you ready? If you're still with me and you are following the facilitator, kindly indicate on the comment section that you are following so our facilitator knows that he isn't just talking by himself and that we're actually following. Can I see a comment on the comment section? Kindly respond on the comment section to let us know you're following. Anthony, if you're ready, I will be handing over the mic to you. Haven't seen any comment. Are we still following? People in the house, don't let me think that I'm just talking by myself. Oh, very good, Francisco. Thank you very much. Anthony, are all of us having issues with our connection? I'm just seeing Francisca following. Where are the others? Hello, 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 people. We sincerely apologize for the time out there. As soon as his connection permits him, he'll be taking over.
I'm here. Sorry for the break in transmission.
Welcome back,
Hello.
Anthony. Hi. Over to you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. Who can tell me where we start? All
Would
right.
you like
We
me to
stopped at
respond?
the approaches to copywriting. And I was talking about the psychological impact of your style and tone of voice. Be mindful of your tone of voice. Make it very brief. Don't bug your customers, don't bug your clients. Let your products and services be sought after. Let them long to hear more. Don't give them more than they need to hear. Don't give them more than they are willing to hear. Otherwise, they get bored and they turn you down. Now, with this, your copy is easier, both easier to read and it decreases resistance to reading. I am paying particular attention to the written copywriting that sells in a persuasive manner, yet demanding and commanding. Okay, let us give example. Are you writing your blogs, your researches often bypassed or turned down? Are they not meeting up to standard? Are you tired of writing and yet nobody buys your book? Perhaps you're not getting enough reading. This is the reason. You need more emotions. Our company offers the different kinds of emotional strength and assistance. Sign up for a free trial and you'll be glad at what you get. You're done. You'll be like, sorry, I didn't get you. how can we sign up or how can we hear this? What do you mean by emotional trend? How can your company offer this emotional trend? They want to hear you, they want to get to know what you're saying because you have connected to their worries, you've connected to their frustration, their disgusting encounters and experiences, their annoying past, and so they want to hear more. Now you say, become a better you, be a better writer, command influence, and win patronage in your business. You'll be far better by the time our company is done with you. Never forget to always leave a call to action button. Otherwise, they will just hear and not know how to respond. Do not think that everybody is as exposed as you are in digital skills. So whenever you're copywriting, be sure to give space for a call to service button or a call to action, as the case may be. Now, having said that, we move over to the practical steps of copywriting. Practical steps of copywriting. How do you make your copy pleasurable to read? There comes a point in every copywriter's development when you start asking, well, now what? Now that this is this, what next? I have written, oh my God, am I sure I'm gonna get sales? I just pray these people should respond. At times it could be so annoying, so frustrating. You write and nobody listens. It's as if you're talking to yourself alone. At that point, what do? You should know how to tell a feature from a benefit. Writing for your reader is a second nature, and you never ask a question where your reader could answer no. Otherwise, I bet you'll be getting a no most often. Be technical. Don't ask, I take that again. Don't ask a question that your reader will have opportunity to say no. Most of the times you can ask them, okay, let me say for example, I trust you are gaining value in this particular session of mine. Yes or yes? You understand? I trust you are getting that. You go ahead. Better still, if they are not, all you get is laughter. They won't be able to say a yes, but you get laughter for it. I believe you're gaining value. Can you get me? Hello?
I can
Can I get
hear
a thumb?
you.
All right. Thank you
I
very
don't know about
much.
the audience in the house. If you can hear our facilitator loud and clear, please kindly indicate with a comment on the comment section. While we wait for the comment to drop, you could just proceed but watch the tempo. Audience in the house, I can see a comment. Francisca, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Francisca.
You can proceed over to you.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, the next step, one thing you can do is think about how to make your writing more pleasurable to read. Now, this might seem like a strange approach to take for a copywriter. Isn't your copy supposed to be visible? Isn't it supposed to be invisible rather? Aren't we supposed to be painting a picture so enticing to our prospects that the real world fades away and all that's left is just a glorious future of life? I mean, real life with the product. I mean, they should see the product and get it so glamorous, so enticing. Well, yes. Let's assume that is all happening, that is actually taking place. Picture that in your mind. Like Bob Proctor will say, if you can picture it in your mind, then you can hold it in your hand. As a copywriter, you ought to be positive most often. The next step when you've got that done is to make reading itself pleasurable. And these are the steps. Even for a reader of the most modest educational attainments, I mean, like a professor who loves reading like his best hobby, if there is any word like that, best hobby. Reading can and should be enjoyable for such person, let alone the average person out there or the touts, the motor park thugs, and other audience that you might want to get. As the writer's writer, remember, we have this particular writer's writer by name Samuel Johnson. Yes, I remember encountering him in one of his works. Samuel Johnson remarks that what is written without effort is in general read without pleasure. So if you're just writing carelessly, I bet your readers will also take it that way. So prepare your work. After writing, read your work again. Ask yourself, what is not really relevant here? If I remove this particular phrase, will there still be meaning? Will the meaning still flow? If yes, then automatically that phrase is not needed in that work. Any phrase, clause, or sentence that, if removed, the work or your copywriting will still make complete sense, is automatically not necessary. You should remove it in order to keep your work brief and simple, yet concise. Having done that, I will then tell you what that picture or what that means in practice. How can you do it? It would be so bad of you if it came as no surprise that when a neutral and unbiased researcher of financial services looked at over 50 years, let's say like the 50s life insurance sector, you discover that they are scoring it maybe like they get something like 5-star rating for over 50s. I mean, 50 years of life insurance and you're getting, you might want to compete with them. You might want to get yourself heels above head, all worked up. No, do not get that, please. Otherwise, you will work yourself all up. Here are the tips you should do, or let me give you a particular, just one tip so that I go over to the next one. At the end of another week, you should ask them, how was it for you? Successful? Stressful? Oh, we had a super week. Thanks for asking. We are still managed. We still managed to spy some cool online scribbling to share with you. Despite your busy day, your hectic services, your bossy, should I say, your annoying boss in the office, we still have some scribbling to help you. We have some assistance for you. We have some tips, some secrets. Here are there. And I bet you with that, you're already getting them. And then you go straight to make your copy pleasurable to read. First, I give you the 5 aspects of your writing that affects the reading experience. Rhythm, pace, musicality, imagery, and surprise. These these can be linked with the 6 basic emotions. So in using these, please take note of the 6 emotions. When applying rhythmic copywriting, we are all adept at spotting and responding to patterns around us. One aspect of reading that you will be aware of if you've ever read or written a poem is meter. Now, what is meter? It is for example, let me say, tumti, tumti, tumti. That particular reading. Ti, 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 ba, ba, ba. That is meter. The rhythm. It is that rhythmic language that you use. It is why. It is the why, the truth, and justice, or you can call it the American way. And it is more pleasurable to read. Okay? I take that again. When you're doing this, get to know why a particular thing is needed. In copywriting, it's just like in law. Copywriting is just like the courts. We are not interested in the truth about the matter. We're not interested in justice. All they're interested in why. Why should I get this? Why at this point? Why must it be this one when we have the other one? Follow the rhythm, follow the bandwagon, follow what is in vogue, and give them the reasons. The why justification for it. It is more important. If they ask you why, say, oh, you need this because are you not going to delegate for your company? You'll be sending you on an errand. They'll be sending you on this. You'll be being, a brand ambassador. At this point, you're going to meet your peers, you will share thoughts, and you will learn from those at the top of their game. This is the reason you should be part of our company. I'm giving you reason. And you discover that it is easier in the ear and far better to the sight when they think of it than telling them, as a delegate, you will meet with your fellow copywriters. You will meet with your peers. You will share thoughts. You will learn from those at the top of their game. Copywriter. It is not funny, it is weird. Imagine one leaning over this way and asking you in a deep voice, you don't know you should keep your sentence short, don't you? Oh my God, at that point you'll be so pissed off. They have a point anyways. At that point, provide they add the words on average. If you write your copy entirely using short sentences, something odd happens. Your sentence collapses. They become short, far too short, and each one is a missile, and it lopes at your reader from a barricade. They have impact, sure, so be careful. Another one is that they will never meet. They never let up, one after the other. They don't let up. Bricks flying, another point, and bottles smashing. They are stressful, they are exhausting. So to avoid all of this, keep your copywriting simple. And ultimately, like a riot of words, sentences and paragraphs, clamoring to be heard, something to be escaped from, ignored, rejected out of hand, as simply as too much. I give you example, practical example now. Try this. Read your copy out loud and you hear rhythm, pace, and tune. If you can hear them, you can judge them and fix them if you have to. Mhm. I hope you can see me. The light is far clear enough. That's good. Okay. Now, when we're talking about pacing means giving your reader a break, allowing them a few graceful dips and turns among the skipping quick steps of the dance. The best fruits and vegetables. Simple. You say perfection. You get them. Top quality. These are the short words you can use. I'm giving you an example of short words you can use. Best fruits and vegetables in the market or for perfect skin. Top quality. All natural products with no compromise on taste. Absolutely. Now, having done that, perfection. Get them. Top quality. These are the short words you can use. Give you an example of short words you can use. Can I get it? Can I get a thumb? If you're gaining value, send a thumb. Okay, we write down. Now, what's the next point? Still on applying the copywriting formula. Can I get it? Still on applying the copywriting formula. Another step you should do is surprise your products. Feeling the music in your copywriting. Feeling the music in your copywriting. Remember, we were talking about patterns a moment ago. Musicality is all about patterns, not about rhythm or beats this time, but sounds. Okay? Now, alliteration is a simple type of musical pattern in your writing. Handle it well and it will never fail you. What do you mean by alliteration? By alliteration, we talk about repeated words or sounds that sound alike. You understand? When you're bringing music, it should sound alike repeatedly. That brings a kind of sweet sounds to the hearing. That is alliteration. And I bet you, when used well, it never fails. For example, you might write something like, what do you mean by alliteration? What should we use? If there is a softer seat on the market, would be surprised. Not so obvious as you discover that this is not so obvious as sing a song of sixpence. Sing a song of sixpence. That is consonants, repeated consonants. That is alliteration. Repeated consonants, you see that sing a song of sixpence. But is there yeah, it is there and it feels pleasant to read it. So the best way to do that is that the new first class sits in your private and exclusive sanctuary in the sky. Well. That was just the part. Now I'm going straight. What you get is tips for copywriting. By tips for copywriting, we are going to go deep into it right now. And I believe someone is listening to me. You will get more value now. Okay? Number one, what did I say the T stands for? T stands for tempt. Tempt them to read your sales writing. How do you tempt them? First of all, you can say, I used to do that until this happened. With that, for example, remember you meeting someone who is frustrated. You can say, are you tired of writing without getting customers? Are you tired of selling without getting patronized? Wow. I used to have that situation. I used to have that experience until this happened. To be out to listen, to get you. Or you can say maybe you're doing copywriting for a fashion pageant company. You can say, is she really beautiful? And then you get them. You can also say, I used to write without much returns until hip hop came up with this session. I have been a copywriter for years and I never really know I was not growing the way I should. My colleague in the office kept complaining of his business dwindling until I encountered hip hop campus with their facilities and their facilitators. I bet you these people helped me till today. I am a happy person. With that, you get your audience all ready to hear you. Another one is, okay, is hip hop really top ranking in training, writing, bloggers, and researchers? You can also tell them, what is hip hop really up to? You can say 15 facts about hip hop. Number 1 or number 8 will shock you. That one sells really quick. That is the most, or should I say, it is the easiest psychological manipulation you use these days, and it hardly fails. 15 facts about hip hop. Number 8 will surprise you. They want to see that number 8. They want to see that number 8. With that, you're already getting them. But when you do that, do not be too quick to start selling. No. After you've done that, you've given them that tips, you've given them that temptation to want to read your work. The next thing to do is influence. Influence them by satisfying their curiosity. As your heading promised, you told them first, you said you used to do this until this happened. Please satisfy them by giving them the story of what happened. Okay? Don't pitch yet. It will be disastrous if you begin to pitch. They are still to be entertained. They still need to be entertained alone. So please keep it merely on entertainment yet. For example, from being a free writer, I started writing for monetary value. I have been copywriting for people and they've been telling me thank you, congratulations, until I met Hip Hop Campus. Hip Hop Campus made me know that I could actually copyright and get paid. They linked me up to avenues, to companies. And today, I am a top notch in the industry. I can't believe I was able to clear my bills. Wow. Another one, you can say, wow, from a mere reader to a paid reader. Hip hop made me know that I can actually be paid reading since I love reading. And with that, they came up with a proofreading tip and taught me how to be a successful proofreader. I believe yesterday you learned the difference between proofreading and editing. So you discover you are able to get them, to satisfy them from your initial claim at the temptation stage. On the third one, you can say from a blog reader to a blog owner. I've been following people talking about their blogs, sharing my views, my views, own my own blog. Now I am a successful blogger. And then you can also let them know that you've moved from from a low income to a higher income in what you do. You can also tell them that you move from being a low standard writer to a high standard writer. And with that, you've at least satisfied them. You've entertained them. Please remember, keep it brief. Keep it short, but not too short. Haven't done that, the next one is persuade. That's the third one. P, persuade. Persuade them with sound, logical proofs to win their emotions. Remember, you are banking on their 6 different basic emotions. You must have first identified which emotion that you are addressing and be consistent in addressing that emotion. Now, when you've done that, at this point, you begin to persuade. How do you persuade? Back up your influence with sound arguments and examples where necessary. When you've done that, you'll be able to show that your product is just the best for them. Haven't gotten them to believe that your product is the best for them, then you are already on your way to selling. And what is the next thing to do after you have persuaded them? You sell. But let me give you an example of how you can persuade. You say, welcome back.
Well done so far. Hello. We apologize once again for the breaking
All right.
transmission. Anthony, can you hear me?
You can persuade them by saying, I met a friend of mine for a loan after graduation. He gave me tips and I was able. Can you hear me?
Yes, please. I can hear you now.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. So to be sure that you are not missing out, I will repeat example of how you can persuade. I said you can persuade by giving a short story. Like I can say, I met a friend of mine for a loan after graduation. He rather asked me to go publish my long essay. And when I asked for finance to do that, he insisted he must register me with EPOC Campus. Today, one is and they keep. I am a successful thanks to EPOC Campus, and my book sells. My book sells. Now I have been able to overcome the financial challenge I had. You can also say that EPOC Campus make their sessions seem more or fun, not like the ones back in the classroom. With EPOC Campus, they have connections and opportunities to give out. They have giveaways and they have tips to guide in practicals, as you will recognize or discover when you register. With that, you've been able to tell a story and to give evidences. With your story, you've persuaded them to know that, yes, get registered with EPOP Campus. And by the way, do you know that even you who are listening by being an affiliate of EPOP Campus, I have been doubting the possibility of getting that could actually solve my problem until I said, let me give a trial with EPOP affiliate program. And I bet you today, EPOP Campus is top notch. You are missing out if you've not yet signed up for affiliate program with the EPOP Campus. Better go and do so. Anyways, as we were saying, the next point is sell. Sell your products now to them. This is the right time. You have tempted them, you've influenced them, you've persuaded them with evidences. Now begin to sell your products. How do you sell? Pitch your idea. Your point should be subtle. Subtly compelling. Don't make it seem like you're selling. No, 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 no. Let it seem like you are serving their best interest, not your interest. They are not interested in your emotion. They are not interested in how you feel. In fact, as it stands, if they were had the opportunity to even do away with their emotions, they will. So make your points to be subtly compelling enough to drive to get their money straight away. You need them to dip hand into their pockets and get your products patronized. You need them to get into their accounts and make that transaction right away. So you have to be subtle enough and compelling. Think of means on how to get the money. That is what the bank does. The bank does not care. Even if a 10-year-old child walks into the bank, they address him as sir. They address her as ma. You're welcome, madam. You're welcome, sir. If you like, go on tattered clothes to the bank. The first address you as sir. Worse still, or better still, by the time they discover that you have a fat pocket to deposit with them, oh my God, they wouldn't mind bowing down at your feet. It doesn't matter to them. They're only interested in your pockets. They're only interested in your pockets. Sorry, trying to position the lights. I hope it is not disturbing. Our Nigerian light is wonderful here. Now, the next point is example of how to sell. How do you sell? You say, well, for now, oh, Lawrence, you can't hear me. Can you hear me now? All right, thank you, Mr. Patricia Itomo Oshoke. Thank you for the direction you've given him. That's good. Now, to sell, you can tell them that a limited time offer is here again. Just like I'm letting you know now. I'm being practical here. And believe me, you just have another limited time offer to sign up with the EPOP affiliate program. You have a limited time offer to sign up, indicate interest if you need my writing tips, my guides on copywriting. This is just a tip of the iceberg. Register with EPOP Campus, your top ranking campus. Can you hear me? Please bring the light closer. Your top ranking campus in this matter. Just follow the details on the next page. You can tell them, can you hear me? I hope I'm not talking to myself alone. We are almost done. We are on second to the last schedule of today, and that is applying the 4 R's, which are repeat, remind, reassure, and relieve. Now, how do you repeat? Repeat your story. That very story you used to persuade them, repeat. Once you, this is how you do it. Once you've told them, a limited time offer is here again. Register with
Almost rounding up. We're almost rounding up. So while we wait for our facilitator, kindly prepare your questions thus far from what you've gathered before he rounds up, so that as soon as he rounds up, we can just send in the questions for him to attend to. Thank you very much. Prepare your questions for the question and answer session. Almost rounding up. Anthony, are you ready? Marvels, I can see you. Thanks. Audience in the house, kindly indicate your presence so we know you're actively following.
Can you hear me? All right. Thank you. Thank you, Patricia. I am present and following. That's great. All right. When you have told them that there's a limited offer again at EPOP campus, they should register. The next thing, remind them of your story, how EPOP campus helped you, how you became a better writer, how much you've achieved with EPOP campus. Then after that, remind them of the main benefits. Thank you, Patricia. I am present and following. Remind them of the main benefits of registering with EPOP campus. When you have reminded them of the benefits of EPOP campus or of the affiliate program with EPOP, you can let them know that they get a lot to gain. They get to partner with the campus. They get monetary value. They get connections and lots more. Then reassure them they are making the right choice and right decisions. With this, you'll be able to satisfy their fears. Remember, there are a lot of scammers and frauds everywhere. You will do well to reassure them that they are on the right track and they are dealing with the right business partners. They are buying the best products and services. Give them this assurance. Next, relieve them of their money. Just relieve them of their money and go. Example, just register with Hip Hop Campus and be proud of the new you. Remember, hip hop helps you to step up, to step out of your comfort zone with ease and fun as they guide you through the practical acquisition of the certificates, the knowledge that is value, and the financial increase. You just need to make the sum of 5,000 naira payments for Writer Summit or 3,000 naira for the master's program. And then you come in, you begin to give them, relieve them of their money, and I bet you that is that. Thank you very much. Any question?
Thank you so very much, Anthony, for that great presentation. Audience in the house, we've
Questions?
heard from our facilitator of the day. If you have any questions or question for our facilitator, kindly send them right now. Once the questions drop, our facilitator will attend to them. And for those of us that are waiting for slides from last class, we actually promised that we're going to send them within 24 hours of our last class. So you shall get it after tonight's class. Slides from the last class will be made available. I like to use this medium also to appreciate our facilitator for the day, Anthony Akpan. Thank you so very much for your time. God bless you real good. Thank you so very much for sharing this insight with us tonight. We would have made it, we would have gotten a better copywriter than you for tonight's show. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you real good. Audience in the house, are your questions ready? If they're ready, kindly send them out. Let's have the questions. We'll attempt them shortly. Are there no questions tonight? Welcome back from our short break. Are our questions ready? If we don't have any questions, it means we're relieving our facilitator for today of all his duties. Okay, Amaya Francisca, thank you so very much for the beautiful presentation, Mr. Antonia Fan, with lots of relevant examples to back it up. Thank you, Francisca. Thank you. Thank you so very much for following, and thanks for the appreciation. We are waiting for your questions, audience. Amaya Francisca Eniye again. Please, could you throw more light on the 4 hours you talked about? That's the repeat, remind, and relieve. Anthony, are you ready? We have a question for you. Anthony, can you hear me? If you're ready, you can come in now and take over the mic from you. Kindly bear with us, Francisca, while we wait for our facilitator to come up. He's having a bit of a challenge with his connection, so we apologize for the breaking transmission over there.
Hello.
And lastly, we'd like to
Can
talk
you hear
about
me?
tomorrow's session. Topic
Hello.
for tomorrow will be
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you.
We have a question for
Now,
you. Please, could you
the four
shed more
R's.
light on the 4 R's?
Okay. Now I'm talking about the 4 R's. We're talking about the repeats. Remind. Come close. Remind, reassure, and relieve. You should repeat your story. And what is the story we're talking about? The story you told them at the point of persuasion. The story you told them at the point of persuasion should be repeated, not a different story. But this time, keep it brief, just the points that you should bring out. Next, remind them of the benefits that they are to get. In your stories, remember you pointed out some benefits that you've gotten from that particular fact, from that particular company, or from that particular product you're selling. Or it mustn't be you in particular that have gotten it. Maybe some other person has gotten it. You understand? Some other clients might have bought that particular product or services and have testified. So you're pointing out those benefits now. Remind them of those benefits. And then reassure them that they are at the right place. Reassure them that they are getting the right products. Reassure them that they have no worries, that you understand their fears, you understand the frustrating economy, you understand the tiresome and hectic weather or whatever day they've had. But you are assuring them that this is just the best solution, the best answer to what they need. And after that, relieve them of their money. How do you relieve them of their money? That is where I talked about the call to action. Tell them, you just need to buy this product with so amount, or the actual account is 5,000 naira actual amount, but it has been subsidized for 3,000 naira. This is how you pay. You pay through this transfer, or you make direct payment to bank. These are the means. You understand? With that, your readers, your prospects, your customers, as the case may be, are already at your beck and call. Thank you.
Thank you so very much for that wonderful answer, Anthony. Um,
You're welcome.
Francisca, hope we are cleared. While we wait for other questions, I'd like to remind us to keep a date tomorrow with us for SEO content writing that works. SEO, that is the search engine optimization. For those of us that are having issues with keywords when writing our books, this is our opportunity to explore once again tomorrow. So let's keep a date, be timely. We shall be having that with Marta Ike. Francisco says, thanks, Mr. Anthony, for your response to my question.
You're
Um,
welcome.
Audience in the house, do we still have questions for Mr. Anthony? If we do not have questions, then I would like to appreciate each and every one of us for our time, for the journey so far. I know it hasn't been easy, especially with our resources and all of that. But I pray that we all get grace to stick it out to the very end and also make good use of the knowledge we're obtaining from the summit. So keep a date with us with Mata Ike tomorrow for SEO content writing that works with Mata Ike. In the absence of any other questions, we'll draw the curtains from here. It shall be a good night from our end. Thank you so very much, Anthony. Thank you so very much for the beautiful presentation. All points are clear and well noted. God bless you. That's from our convener. Marvels, Salvatore. The presentation was practically appealing, such that no question are provoked on my part. Thanks, Mr. Akpan. Well done, Anthony. Well done. You did a good job down there. Thank you so very much, audience in the house. Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The Lord keep and bless us all. From our ends here, it shall be a good night. Thank you for keeping the date with us tonight. Have a wonderful night rest. Good night, Appa.